All right, guys, so we have an update, and we are going to beat a dead horse. The boycott Bayonetta 3 situation, which, if you've been following along, the beginning of the week, OG voice actor for Bayonetta, Hellena Taylor, made a video basically denouncing Platinum Games and Nintendo's upcoming Bayonetta 3 game, stating that she was disrespected and only offered a lowball offer of $4,000 to voice Bayonetta once more in the brand new game, which she turned down, rejected, and then proceeded to completely just go off on them to the point where she called for a boycott for all the fans of Bayonetta to go ahead and donate their money to charity instead of buying the brand new game. Then she foolishly and very entitledly told the new voice actor, Jennifer Hale, that she has no right to say that she's the voice of Bayonetta, nor has the right to sign any merchandise. So we're here. Shortly after that, the director of Bayonetta, he basically, I guess, got temporarily deactivated off of Twitter because he was being attacked over the situation. This has been trending all week. And yeah, now we're beating the dead horse again. We're going to take a look at this article because now a new report is disputing what Miss Taylor said. So she suggested that she was only going to get $4,000 for the full game. But now this report is saying that she was offered at least $15,000 total for the role. And yeah, so this article right here flat out says this would have been a significant increase over what she made on Bayonetta 2. Now, let me go ahead and go back to what I said previously. We've only officially heard one side of the story, Hellena Taylor's side of the story. We haven't heard really anything from Platinum Games or Nintendo themselves. We only know one side of the story. I don't work in the industry. I don't know if it was a lowball offer or not. Depending on how many hours of work you go in, $4,000 could be easy money. If she had to only go in 1 day, 2 days for a few hours here or there, that's really easy. I mean, honestly, if you look at it. But we don't know. There's NDAs. There's all this and that. This has been a very divisive topic for a lot of people. Trust me. I've had a lot of people coming at me. Oh, you're stupid. Blah, blah, blah. It's a difference of opinion. But she lost me when she attacked the new voice actor. So we're going to go ahead and continue this article right here. You can see that this goes on to say that new evidence has emerged that Bayonetta voice actor Hellena Taylor was offered at least $15,000 to reprise her role in the forthcoming sequel, contrary to her claims that she was only offered $4,000 to pay the lead. So we talked about this the last video. Now a new report by Bloomberg, which when Bloomberg reports stuff, it leads some kind of credibility to it. Even though this isn't officially confirmed, this leads some credibility to it. And this has since been corroborated by VGC, cites documentation as well as two people familiar with the negotiations who say that Platinum attempted to hire Taylor, get this, for 5 sessions lasting 4 hours apiece, each of which would have been between $3,000 and $4,000. According to VGC, this would have been a significant increase on Taylor's fee from the second game. So if this report is true, she would have had to only go in to work 5 times for 4 hours each, which comes out to what, like less than 20 hours, if my math's correct. That's nothing. $4,000 a piece, $3,000 a piece. So she would be getting around $15,000 for 20 hours of work. That is easy money. That's not a lowball offer, in my opinion. So if she was offered more than $4,000, if this report is true, then she's not telling the full story. Or maybe she's just making shit up. Or I have no clue. But if this report is to be true, 5 sessions, 4 hours apiece, between $3,000 and $4,000 each. And it would be a significant increase on Taylor's fee from the second game. Again, real quick before we continue on the story, if what she's saying is true, she knew about this for years. They didn't just contact her yesterday to reprise the role. They announced Bayonetta back in 2017. So she was waiting on this until it was about to launch to try to stir up trouble, to voice and pitchfork her own boycott. It doesn't sit right with me, guys. It doesn't. She in fact, it's doing the opposite. If you look at the sales, there's been an increase of Bayonetta 3 sales. It's going up. It's not slowing down. Anytime somebody tries to do some kind of bullshit like this and to rally the arms on the internet, it always backfires. And so far, I personally feel she hasn't had really too good of a good look. But anyways, continuing on, you can see there is a tweet here from Jason Schreier, and he says, to be clear, I've not heard anything from Platinum Games, its executives, or its PR people, and I suspect that, as is usually the case, the company's management will not be thrilled that people involved have talked to me, no matter how the story makes them look. So this is a reporter from VJC, I'm assuming. He basically reached out, but he hasn't heard back. So he's basically saying that they can't be thrilled that people involved in the inner sources have reached out. So according to the report, Taylor rejected these terms, asking for a 6-figure sum. So they're saying she rejected the 5 sessions, 4 hours each for $3,000 to $4,000 each for a total of $15,000, and wanted a 6-figure sum and residuals instead. After lengthy negotiations, Platinum subsequently hired Jennifer Hale to take on the role of Bayonetta. Taylor reportedly declined a subsequent offer of a cameo for the fee of 1 session. So that's probably where she's getting the $4,000 total offer from, as they're saying that after they recasted Bayonetta with Jennifer Hale, they offered her a subsequent offer of a cameo for 1 session of $4,000. So it's Taylor's fault for rejecting the offer. You don't have to take a job, just like a company doesn't have to hire you. If your negotiations fall through and it falls flat, move the fuck on. Be professional about it. Don't be stuck in this some kind of weird fucking psychotic loophole where you just want to tear down the company that you're no longer with. A lot of people do this, not just Hellena Taylor. It's like, let's say you get fired from working at Subway, and you attack the person they hire to replace you and the company because they didn't want to pay you enough. Like, no, it's just think about it on a bigger picture. Take away the fandom that you have for Hellena Taylor and Bayonetta. If she auditioned for a role, they gave her an offer, she didn't like it, that should be the end of the fucking story. If you're a professional, move on to a different gig. Don't wait until a couple weeks before to stir up some shit and try to get people to boycott the game and try to make it sound like there was some fucking scandal, because according to this report, it's otherwise. Now, again, we don't know how true this report could be. The fact that Bloomberg is taking part in the investigation or the report, I think leads a little bit more credibility to it. So not only did she turn down a role, she turned down a second offer where they still wanted to pay her money for a one-time session. So that's on her. You know? This continues to say, after lengthy negotiations, Platinum subsequently hired her. So they said lengthy negotiations. So this was throughout a period of time. This just isn't like a one-and-done deal. So that to me shows that there was more to it than meets the eye. So according to this, in response to Bloomberg and VJC, Taylor said that the report was an absolute lie, claiming that Platinum was trying to save their ass in the game. She also said she stands by everything in the video, so she's doubling down. She's dying on that sword. She said that this report is a lie, that Platinum's trying to save their ass. This is getting personal, honestly. She goes on to say, I would like to put this whole bloody franchise behind me, quite frankly, get on with my life in the theater, she wrote. But she's the one who fucking brought this up. She literally is the one calling for the boycott, and now when the heat in the kitchen gets too hot, you're trying to fucking wiggle your way out of it. No. No. So the Bayonetta 3 exploded into view over the weekend when Taylor tweeted multiple videos claiming she was only offered $4,000 to return for the sequel while urging fans to boycott the game. Director Hideki Kamiya tweeted that it was a sad and deplorable about the attitude of untruth, while Hale replied that she supports every actor's right to be paid well, but that she was not at liberty to speak on the situation. So yeah, the new voice actor made that statement yesterday, which we covered. And yeah, so this whole situation is just a mess because somebody didn't take a role and they just wanted to throw a fit. I don't care how angry you get at me for that. At the end of the day, whoever side is lying, whether this new Bloomberg report is a lie or Hellena Taylor's lying or whatever, at the end of the day, a video was made by Hellena Taylor that denounced the new actor, saying that she's not the voice for Bayonetta, that she has no right to say that she's the voice, even though she earned that role. She got hired for that role. She is Bayonetta now. She does have a fucking right to sign merch and to say she's the voice of Bayonetta. And then Taylor's also doing this boycott. She's not looking into the bigger picture like the new voice actress said. Jennifer Hale, she said, please remember there's a lot of people that worked on this. So yeah, I think this boycott basically was egg on the face of Hellena Taylor. There's a lot of people that are slowly turning away, saying, yeah, this situation is a mess. And yeah, I stand completely behind the new voice actress, Jennifer Hale. I am not going to boycott the game at all. And if this report of her turning down $15,000 for 5 sessions, 4 hours a pop, is true, then she made her own bed and she needs to lay in it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.